Welcome to the corner. I'm your host, Chris, and tonight we're joined by the illustrious brothers of Influent Entertainment. Now, the corner is a safe space for us fellas to get together and share our thoughts and feelings during the pandemic. Typically, we weren't in the pandemic, we'd be on somebody's porch with some good barbecue, maybe a brew this time of year, having these same types of conversations. But because of the pandemic, one sickness don't stop no show. We're gonna keep having this real talk and this honest conversation, and this time we're doing it for the people. My name is Chris, and let me go ahead and introduce you to my brothers real quick in the building. On the ones and twos tonight, we have DJ Slim in the building tonight.
Flick it. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Wheels of Steel today. We're gonna be throwing it down big style.
All right, we got the boss, drink connoisseur, all around entrepreneur, and good doer. My man Mo Shoemates in the building
with the gold chain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also the boy wonder, the youngest in the crew, but you can't count him out. Young D-Lo's in the building.
Shout out Tony Hart Designs. Apparel. Caught it. Before you could say anything, my mind was like, oh, nope, it changed.
Hey, man. Hey, I wasn't going to correct you. At
all. I wasn't. I was actually listening to something else.
Somebody was.
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Oh, snap. My man got a whole song going on in his head, not paying no attention to what we talk about. But if anybody likes viewing content like this podcast, check out the Influent Patreon. Not only do we have the Corner podcast, but at the end of this month, our first all-female podcast is going to premiere on this platform. And it's going to be featuring women like my wife, the boy Mo Shoemate's wife, DJ AMA's wife, and a whole cast of talented sisters here to bring you their version of real talk and honest conversation on our platform. Also, we're offering music videos, original music from artists on our platform. Also, DJ Slim's comedy videos and skits. And this summer coming, both D-Lo and DJ Slim are going to have a concert and a comedy special on the platform. So it's something you don't want to miss. Got to pull up, join us, be a part of the action, get some of this clean content and entertainment. So tonight we're going to jump into a couple different topics tonight, like we always do. We're going to keep it fresh, keep it live. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop into our first topic. So today's world, if it's one thing that's at an all-time high, it's stress. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn around, there's a different stressor, a different trigger. These words like trigger and mental health and things like that are becoming the social norms right now, as they might not have been 20 or 30 years ago. So as men who have responsibilities, that have families, that take care of their day-to-day, at some point we're going to encounter stress. But it's important that we have ways that we can cope with said stress. So opening up the floor to the gentlemen, what are some ways that you cope with stressful situations? The floor is open.
Prayer.
That wasn't my first answer, but that's definitely should be one of the top 5. And
don't you feel bad?
Working on that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I felt so bad too. I was like, oh, that should have been my first answer.
Daniel's like ice cream.
See, y'all was supposed to just flow with me.
You stole
with me.
And
then you back up on some other things.
You stole my answer. That's what I was like, ain't nobody gonna come with the prayer on this joint. I'm gonna hit them with the whoop wop and the whoop wham. But you came out the gate with prayer.
I'm so sick of following up with Mo's comments and it be like, I can't, what do you do to that? You know what I mean? This is not Family Feud. I'm so sick of this top answer. Oh no, I'm not going after that.
I just put the first answer out there so we can get it all out, maybe discuss it a little bit, and then go to some secondary situations after you finish praying.
You know what, man? I'll go ahead and elaborate on that point what Mo was talking about, because I was thinking that the first thing that came to my mind when actually DJ Slim, we have a group chat, DJ Slim dropped that question into our group chat this morning. And, you know, I was thinking to myself that I'm a pretty calm dude. I really don't get stressed about too many things. And oftentimes when I get stressed, it's because it's something that's out of my control. You know what I'm saying? Might be a situation. Most of the time it's people that I love, that I'm close to, that don't know how to act right. You know, just, I love you, but you just don't want to do what's best for yourself and your family. You gonna keep doing the stupid stuff, huh? You just gonna keep being stupid. I'm sorry I ain't sorry, man. If you hear this and you know me, you get offended, stop being stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
stop being easily offended.
You know what I'm saying? Stop being stupid, man. Like you
the reason that they know
take this to heart. It's because they're offended, basically. Hey, if you hear this and you know me and you know I'm talking about you, I love you. Stop being dumb. Anyway, so when situations like this happen, literally the only thing that I can do is pray about it. Cause I mean, it's nothing else, like it's out of my control. It's nothing. I can't control what another person does with their life, the decisions they make. So ultimately, you know, my prayer is usually the same in this situation. Like, Jehovah, this is yours. I'm leaving it in your hands. Take it. You know, whatever may become.
Jesus take the wheel.
Pretty much. Whatever may become their situation, you know, hopefully it's in accordance with your will. But even if it's not, you know, I just wanna be calm. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna be able to not have anxiety about this situation. Let me just press on, you know, and I mean it works every time. You know, so definitely a big shout out to Mo Shoemate for taking my answer. Prayer definitely helps, but you know, there's some other ways to help cope with stress after you pray. You know, what else might you do?
I go run, man. I go sweat it out now. I just go, like, just take your mind off of everything. Just go put your headphones on and just go take off. A lot of times that'll really just help. Just you outside by yourself, running, no one around, headphones on, takes you out of the world, and you just keep pressing on. And for the time being, or like playing a sport, all you're doing is thinking about that. So it takes your brain away from things that might be troubling you.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of the same reason why I play video games, not to escape reality, but to focus on something that may not be as cataclysmic as some of the things, you know what I mean? Because as the head of your household, sometimes the weight of the pressure of making decisions may be daunting. And so sometimes, you know, just to take like a mental break of, okay, well, I made Mario jump, but that didn't get us to a point where I lost all my coins and and now we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna pay these light bills. Princess Peach is usually happy when you get to the end. You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad.
You mix Mario with Sonic.
Yeah, but
the rings,
the
rings
consequences.
Even.
What I'm saying is that the consequence. You know what I mean? Like when he collects the coins, even when he jumps in the hole, he don't lose the coins. You know what I mean? Those are his.
Hey, D-Lo, I can agree with you, man. Though, like if you, so me too, man. If I get stressed, I go out there and I run the grill and I sweat it out over a brisket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I completely understand where you coming from. Yeah, man. You know,
we do it. Grill. Hey, we're both running. We're both running.
You know, it's crazy, right? When in my years now, when I get stressed, my defense mechanism is to slow down. Like when stuff is happening, stuff is moving, it's like almost the oppression forces me just to sit down. And so when stuff happens and this falls apart and that's crumbling and then all this around me, I just gotta sit down. I gotta vegetate. So yeah, I'm like, yo, Slim, I'm right there with you. I gotta take my mind away from this problem at hand. And whatever it is, you know, me now is my family. I'll gravitate to my family, you know. I'll sit down on the floor with the kids and play make a puzzle or something, you know. Or, you know, I'll sit, you know, lay across the bed with the wife and we just talk about stuff. Y'all married brothers know it's like talk.
Yeah. Conversation. Yeah. Conversation.
I've gotten so good, right? At the girl talk. My wife might be like, girl, what you catch up. Yeah. That's a compliment. D-Lo, a compliment. Stop it now.
Let me ask you something. Has she ever called you one of her girlfriend's names? Brittany? I mean,
Sharon? Sharon?
My bad.
No, but at times she'd be like, yo, I need my girlfriend. All right, what's up? What's up, boo-boo?
I never thought I'd hear that from you, Shoemate.
Wow.
Hey, man, but the things you
only
do
on
for
the
your
corner.
wife. Which corner? Which corner?
Only on the corner.
Hey, man. Sometimes the things you do for your wife, man. You know, I mean, that's
what do you do for your wife, Chris?
Hey, mind your business.
Reads a good book. Reads a good book.
Mind your business.
My man said chapter 36.
Man.
Did you pull those leggings all the way up?
Oh, getting reckless. I'm like, all right, girlfriend.
Oh no.
But
can you do my nails again?
But you know what? Baby. You know what we will do, man. Which is also a super stress reliever. Like she'll do a facial on your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know, scrubbing all the dead skin. You know what I'm saying? You know, getting the pores clean. You know, super relaxing. You know. Like, oh, Shoemate gonna disappear on her. I see that. Gonna cut the camera off. I understand.
Hit a little too close.
You gonna come back with the suspect look?
Hit a little too close.
He look like
close.
Hey man, but on the real though, I made a joke about smoking brisket, man. But sometimes, you know, like for me, cooking is like a art, or like how I get like stress out. You know, sometimes, you know, my stress benefits others because I'll get stressed and I'll go in the kitchen for a couple hours and burn something delicious. You know what I'm saying? And come out and be straight afterward. You know what I'm saying? I done, you know, because I'll take that time. Sometimes it's just the quiet of nobody else around. You know what I'm saying? In there doing something, like you said, to take things off your mind. And a lot of times when I do that, I'm working through. The silence is me working through whatever issue that's going on in my head, but just like having something to do while I'm working through whatever it is. So, you know what I'm saying? What's crazy now is that nobody like my wife kind of understood that, you know, when it was just me and her. But now that it's a house full of people, like people think that when I'm in the kitchen, it's time to gather. And so now my cover is blown. Like I can't go in there and kick the stress out anymore. You know, I start cooking. My mom want to come in there and start washing dishes while I'm cooking. You don't never wash the dishes after you cook. So she want to start washing dishes while I'm cooking. My sister come in there trying to have a conversation.
Yo, they all trying to get their take in on what you're making. That's all.
Know what I'm saying?
They all trying to get a plate. They all trying to get a plate.
They are treating you like a bartender with all these shots.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody pulling up when I'm trying to relax, you know. So I mean, it is what it is now. You know, I just
do y'all have
the ways.
Do y'all have like a comfort show, like a show you could always watch and you just put on an episode and it's like, to me, that's the show that I could just watch over and over and over again. And if I just need something where I just need like 20 minutes, where I just need to like decompress or something, I just watch an episode of that. It's something that it doesn't matter like where you are in the series, you've seen it a bunch of times, so you could just put it on.
Bull. It's a show called Bull.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
I was gonna say, hey man, this is
kind of prosperous.
You need to keep it clean.
No.
You need to keep it clean.
So the show is about a guy named Dr. Jason Bull. And what he is he's a trial scientist. So essentially, has anybody seen the movie Runaway Jury?
Sounds familiar.
I think so.
So in that movie, there was a guy behind the scenes working for the tobacco company or the gun company, whatever company it was. And his job was to pick the jurors that was going to give him the best verdict for his client in the case. So this show is about a good guy like that. So somebody goes to trial, you know, he works for these high power companies too to get capital. But then he'll use that, you know, I guess working for the high powered companies that give him money. He'll turn around and he'll take a case of some random broke person who, you know, is on trial and, you know, they're innocent, but they don't have any. So he'll put like the trial science to work. Basically, he's a psychologist. So he assembles, you know, he helps the lawyer to pick a jury and also present a case in court that will sway that jury to make a not guilty verdict. So the the show is super engaging. I dig it. Like the show keeps you thinking, and it's also like there's a lot of psychology, and I kind of have a thing with that, like how people think, what makes people tick. And so a lot of that is addressed in the show. Like we're looking for, you know, so I mean, let's say you're going to court and you have a woman who her husband beat her. It's actually an episode. Her husband was abusive, and she killed him in self-defense. So he's like, we need to assemble a jury full of people who sometimes do the wrong thing for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? So these people can reason outside of the rules of black and white. Like, okay, somebody's dying in your back seat and you come up to a red light. Do you stop at the red light or do you keep going in order to save the person? You know what I'm saying? So they ask questions like that to the jury, you know, to gauge people, you know. So I like it. It's a pretty cool show.
There's a particular movie that I watch that's and this is a place of no judgment, so discretion.
Be careful. This is going up on you.
Oh boy.
No.
Boy.
This is it's actually called, funny enough, Chris had a 4-letter show and I have a 4-letter movie. It's called Bolt. It's a movie with John Travolta. Even though he's a little weird in the movie, he plays this dog, and the dog believes that he's in this action world, when in reality it's just a TV show. I think he did an excellent job. I think they did a compelling story. It starts off, of course, in New York, and then it works its way around the United States with different personalities. It's a stress reliever. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of funny moments in it. I throw that on. I have that in upstairs. I have that officially owned, so
I remember
watched
you
that.
bought that movie.
I've seen Bolt 32 times.
It's a great movie.
That was a very underrated movie. Like,
Word.
I don't
It
think
didn't get the claim.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the B movie was a very underrated movie. The B movie is good. But
I
you
don't
know
know,
what?
man.
You know, for me, anything nature related, any Natural Geographic, any about the Madagascar monkeys or the whales, how they feed or whatever, anything natural, I'll just sit there and vegetate.
Yeah.
That and any compelling cartoon my kids are watching at the time.
Yeah. Me and Shoemate done shared a few experiences about that Boss Baby TV show. Where they be
Man,
getting
yo, it's
to it on
bad.
the show.
Yo, it's bad when your child plays the cartoon and then he leaves or she leaves
And you keep
sit there
watching.
it.
You talking about what happened?
When they go, that's bad,
How you gonna just leave it out there?
4 episodes.
man.
The kid come back. What happened on the show? You didn't stop the show?
He's like, oh, I gotta rewind it. Hold on.
He left.
I remember. Go ahead, Boss Baby.
Hey, everybody, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
did it.
Quick pause for a minute. Mr. Io Cooley just
I do my
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Wakanda forever, even for us light-skinned folks.
Mhm.
You know, we were the inside Wakandans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The inside Wakandans.
We was in the Shuri. We was in the buildings with Shuri. Yeah.
So do y'all know that Io has an African name?
Iole Dele.
It's Io Dele.
Okay.
I
saw it spelled in the email. I didn't know how to pronounce.
Now, what's funny is there was actually a character in Black Panther named Io. Io is a name for men and women.
Was it the Forrest Whitaker character, the guy with the
Nah,
that looks like he want to close it.
that was too big. But like,
We need to have a topic of the best actors.
Yo,
You want this?
Talk about it.
Yeah, but let's finish with Io Dele.
Matter of fact, why don't we postpone that for the bonus episode for our
Ooh.
it might
you
get
can only
spicy.
get that on Patreon.
NFL.
NFLU
NFLU.
ENT. You're not
So
gonna say it, Chris?
So there will be auditions for new cast members on the corner.
Yo.
You got to be able to spell the website. If you can spell the website, you can make
If anybody would like to audition,
Someone's making it up.
please email us at NFLUENT.
You're getting zero email.
We're gonna start with the host and work our way down.
right. We're gonna start with the guy
funny.
who makes the website.
He been messing up with those intros.
I don't like the attitude. I don't like the attitude of nobody that's light skinned with glasses and a hat on right now.
Oh, man.
You and this hatred.
That's half the cast.
Let me help you to get over it. You're racist and you don't even know it.
Oh, man.
Am I racist? Man.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Everything is light skin this, light skin that.
Oh man, it's stressful. Let me handle this stress by saying a prayer real quick.
Wow.
Took a turn. This
Yo.
Hey, Cooley. So the question is, how do you handle stress?
Oh,
Yeah.
understood.
So
Well, as I open my bottle of wine, this is a Clos de Bois Chardonnay 2018.
Wow.
I don't really know how to handle stress.
Gotcha.
No. Yeah, honestly, this Corona thing has given us a lot of mental time to think. you know, and it's a singular effort, I think. So it depends on a lot of people's different things. Like if you got kids, it's one thing. If you're just a couple, it's another. If you're just single, it's another. But being that we are servants, it all starts with prayer. Because that's the most well-intentioned. That's the most well-intentioned stress reliever.
Oakland like a newly appointed servant.
Look at him.
There
you go.
He texted.
Glowing.
Did you say something?
Glowing. Look at you. Look at you glowing.
Did
Hey,
you say
so-
something? Yeah, but go ahead.
So doggone Mo, you know, we started off the segment and Mo just ended the segment before it started. How do you handle stress? Mo said prayer. Backed away from the mic.
Nice.
Like, how do we follow that? How do we follow that?
It's the second time that
Video games. Video games.
There you go. It's Slim.
That's what Garrett said.
I told you this became Family Feud.
Casserole.
Here's the
Casserole
story.
and stress. Casserole.
Lady.
That was me. That was me. That was me.
There you go.
He did say
Casserole.
food. Yep. He
Casserole.
did say food.
And I know D-Lo probably said push-ups or whatever weird yoga stuff he's doing.
Exercise. Wow.
Running.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just sweat it out.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's all mental, man. It's all mental, bro.
You know, for the bonus episode, I sweated out too. But then, you know.
All right. So with
Bonus
that in
episode.
mind,
Mute my
let's
mic.
go
Hold
ahead and have DJ Slim take us into a mix. But I tell you, I ain't never gonna get through the show without having to edit it. All right, DJ Slim. I ain't never gonna not have to edit this show.
on. Get him, Slim.
I got him.
Would you be with me if I had nothing? If I couldn't buy you something? Now you've got your share. And look who's paying.
laying in bed, scarf still on my head, barely got the cold out my eye. About the conversation we had last night, and I'm reminded of why I do the things I do just for you, for you. I don't have to think twice. Do it 'cause he real, oh yeah. Do it 'cause he's still with me. I do it 'cause I should. Do it 'cause you're good for me. Good so baby. Do it 'cause I trust. Do it 'cause I'm lost, and I'm doing it for us. Do it 'cause I'm grateful, willing and able. Do it for you 'cause you do it for me. Got me daydreaming, thinking about rings and switching up my whole lifestyle. I call you on the phone on my way home, treating you was on my mind. I'll be cutting up greens, picking pinto beans. I know you like rice and gravy. Be at my door before 8. You bring the cake, babe. Tonight will be fun. Do it 'cause he real. Oh, you're so real. Do it 'cause he's still with me. Yes, I do. Do it 'cause I should. Do.
Yeah. We the best music. I worked my whole life for this one. Another one. DJ Khaled.
Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Oh, hold on. Don't try to slow me down. Hold on. Don't try to slow me down. Then I'm to make a fool for it. You gon' need an address when I lose the boy. Roger, you a tool, the boy. Mama say I'm tripping, daddy say I'm tripping. Mouth talking dirty, but my lips so clean. I'm about it like a bumper car sticker. Better make it smile when you see that bitch pull up. Money don't make me happy, and a fella can't make me fancy. We smiling for a whole nother reason. It's all smiles through all 4 seasons. Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Yeah, I dropped the top out the coupe. They try to get at me, ooh. They say I'm sweet just like you. Yeah. Said everything young, yeah. Petty, I've been winning steady. Yes, all up on your grill, the boy. Popping off back to my thought, yeah, boy. Came out 97, winning 20 years, boy. All is good, I don't feel bad for it. Yeah, when you see me smile, you can't be mad at it. Yeah, money don't make me happy, and a fella can't make me fancy. We smiling for a whole nother reason. It's all smiles through all 4 seasons. Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Yeah. All of this winning, all of this winning, all of this winning, all of this winning, all of this winning. That dance.
DJ Slim. Thank you again for that mix, sir. You know,
Indeed.
Mr. Postman, and then ended with Beyonce.
Wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Mad that all these grown men hit that light voice. But
Yeah, don't
anyway,
do that.
yeah, we kind of, you know, do what I want. Anyway,
Yeah. Don't do that though.
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. All right, so
All this winning.
That's the most
all
false
of this
setup.
money. Anywho, back to the topic at hand, which is a new topic. Don't think too much about it, cool. Just go with it.
Oh, I haven't. You
Just go with
Go
it.
ahead.
Just go with it.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. So, in the last few years, or last decade, what have you, there's been a recycling in the movie industry. You know, movie was made, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Let's make that joint again. Update it. Put a new spin on it. It's been done over and over and over again. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of these movies being remade, the new take on the movie is pretty fresh. So, with that being said, all of us spent time, watching TV or movies or reading books during our childhood. Is there any modern adaptation of a story, either from television or from a movie or from a book, that you'd like to see on the big screen? Gentlemen, floor is open.
Batman Beyond.
Yo.
For one.
Terry McGinnis?
I thought about that a lot since you put that out there. And that would be the coolest update because you could, all the stuff you could do with CG now and him having the tech suit and all that is just, the possibilities are.
Wait, but there's a billion Batman movies. What Batman you talking about?
Terry
Batman
McGinnis.
Beyond.
So this is when
set in the future.
Yeah. So this is when Bruce Wayne gets old and can't or shouldn't be Batman anymore.
Wait,
and,
is this a comic or is this like a?
It's a comic, and there was a TV show.
And a TV
back in the
show.
day. The TV show was fire too.
Okay.
Are you muted, Cooley?
There was a cartoon movie as well.
Yeah. Yeah. The one where the Joker resurfaced. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah. That was one of my favorite. I didn't even think about that one. Man. That was a great show.
So the thing is, like, that has a certain morality. And the thing is, he's getting older. Yeah, he's getting older. I don't know what. He's getting older, so it's like, how do you pass down his morality to a new cat? And that's what's so cool about it is, yeah, he's an old head and everything, but there's a certain thing you got to do to be Batman. And Batman's cool. Everybody want to be Batman, but this is what it takes to be Batman. And that's what's dope about that show.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Were they on like a mountaintop resort or something?
The beginning is a car race. The beginning is a car race. He's old and he's in a car race, and the car flips over, and they think he's dead.
Yeah.
The dynamic between the two of them is like the best part of the show.
It's hilarious
because it's like you can see it's everything that he hated about himself when he was younger, and then and how everything that he remembered fondly about. Oh, he's like, oh, I actually was.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. It was a cartoon movie. It was a cartoon movie, right?
Yeah, it's about 9 years old. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the one. Okay, wait a minute.
Very
might be something else, but the one young kid like wiped out like 42 people. So all right, I think about something else. I'm sorry.
So it might have been done. You know what? That's how I got started. It wasn't. I don't know if it's that many people, but the first episode, the Joker wasn't like a dude anymore. It was a gang.
Yeah.
A dudes in Gotham called the Jokers. And he got into a scrap with him and was tearing him up. And a few more came, and he had to hop in the car and ride, and he ended up riding up to Bruce Wayne's crib. And they was about to get him, and Bruce Wayne came out and handled business real quick.
Came out with a cane too.
Came out with a cane. Came out with a cane.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
That's good choice.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to have that.
I went to the comic book realm. Also, Static Shock. That would be cool.
Yo, that was mine. They're doing
that. You know they are doing
that. Mine.
I know. I heard that there are plans, but you never know when these are going to come out. These are not. Do you know?
Well, Static is cast. Static is cast, and Michael B. Jordan is an executive producer on that.
Oh, that's gonna be tight. Yeah,
that's gonna be.
Cannot wait for that.
So they think he's gonna be Icon in that show. They think he's gonna be the is it Icon? Yeah, Icon. Yeah, the older guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're literally in development for that.
That's great.
I remember watching the episode of Static Shock with Shaq.
Yeah.
Yes, there is one.
I remember watching Shaq on Static Shock. Like, hey man, they coming after you. Like, yo, what are you doing?
So Static Shock is on, I think, HBO Max now.
It is.
And I showed it to my son, and I was watching. I was like, man, why did I watch this show? But the thing about the show was, I think for a kid, that was the first time I seen a superhero that was from somewhere like I was from.
Relatable.
Like, you know, some superheroes were broke, but this was like the first superhero from the hood where there was gang activity and, you know, all types of stuff going on. And I was like, man, this is dope, you know.
Well, you had Meteor Man too, which, by the way, is my vote. Like, if you're going to redo something, redo Meteor Man, but make it gangster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would you
with the blonde gang? What are they called? Gold something.
That was another decoration.
Yes, they were in that.
ABC.
Yeah, but what's the name of that gang though?
Oh,
like the gold somethings or something. Anyway,
I don't know.
Those silly like Blank Man, redo Blank Man or Meteor Man and make it gangster.
Yo, Pootie Tang.
Look at Slim.
Wow. Or Pootie Tang.
Maybe not Pootie Tang.
But Blank Man, that's wow.
I was with you though, Cooley. I was with you though. I was like, oh yeah, Meteor Man. That was my joint back in the day.
Yeah, see, Meteor Man was made by a comedian, but what if you made it gangster? Like, honestly, that's what Batman was. And I'm not made by a comedian. What I'm saying is Batman was made by a certain type of cat, and then Frank Miller remade it and made it real dark and hood.
Yeah.
And then when Christopher Nolan directed the trilogy, everybody was like, yo, I didn't know Batman could be like this. But people who are Batman fans understood the whole time. Batman actually is like this, but it took someone of his type of caliber to make that story.
Yeah.
So I think retelling stuff is cool. Like Dune is coming out like later this year. But like then you look at something like Infinity War or Civil War.
Yeah.
Like those had to pale in comparison, because if you're a comic book cat, you realize they can't do Civil War. You can't have the whole world with the X-Men and all that stuff. Marvel can't do that. So you got to take what you can get. So I would say aim for a lower property like Meteor Man. And I know it's a joke, but I'm saying like aim for something smaller and you could really like make it dope. Yeah, you could.
Can we take a second? I'm sorry. I was gonna say, can we take a second to acknowledge all the wonder that Robert Townsend brought to my childhood? Meteor Man, the Parenthood, the Five Heartbeats.
Nah, what was that other movie he did? What was the other movie he did? The joke one with the actors.
I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Was that him?
No. It was about being an actor in LA.
Ah, okay. The name is not coming to me though.
Hollywood Swinging?
Shuffle.
Yo, that joint was crazy, and people don't give that enough credit. But he was as Dave Chappelle transparent as you could be back then.
Yeah.
With it was Five Heartbeats for me.
Yeah. Shoot-a-doop-doo-doo-doo.
I don't think that was a song.
Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
Nights like this, I wish.
Hit it.
Raindrops would fall.
That was the same song, sir.
Mo said, "Forgive me now."
Eddie do it. You gotta do it. Eddie do it in the hall in the alleyway that one time.
The cracked out. Yeah. Yeah, man. Robert Townsend though. But D-Lo, you were about to bring something valuable to the table. I'm sorry,
I was gonna say, if we're gonna go lower properties, then I've always wanted this. Now this is tough because it's video. It gets into the video game territory, and video games never transfer very good to movies. But I was gonna say Mega Man. They've never done anything. Yeah,
behind his head. Yep.
Yeah. Sure enough.
Mega Man 2.
Mega Man stuff.
It's Mega Man 2, but like Mega Man's crazy. But this is the thing about that, like Tomb Raider. I don't know how y'all feel about. I mean, it was Angelina Jolie, so
I was gonna say,
you know. But like the other one, the newer one, was kind of cool. But like Fatal Fury. It's a bunch of like people who made like legend movies from Street Fighter.
I think Mortal Kombat too. Didn't they? Mortal Kombat do
Mortal Kombat.
That was trash.
Didn't watch.
Trash.
Thumbs down.
The old one.
Didn't
Ain't no. Hopefully, none of us watched the new one. If you did, don't say nothing now. You know.
Yeah, so Mega Man
to
would be
yourself.
a dope property to pick though. That's dope. Double Dragon would be crazy too if we did that.
Double Dragon.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah,
that
they got to be
back in the
careful
day.
with that one though. They made a Double Dragon movie. It didn't.
They did.
They did.
Back in the day, yeah,
They
Double
did.
Dragon.
They did.
Remember when they made a Dragon Ball Z movie?
Yo,
We don't talk about that on this show. We don't talk about that on this show.
Oh.
So
Number
what?
one rule.
So back to
Fight Club.
coping with stress. Back to coping with stress.
What was Dragon Ball Z
came
movie?
out?
Yeah, it was a
Dragon Ball
live
Z,
action movie that
live
came out
action.
10 years ago, maybe.
Yep, Evolution.
Then
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Trash.
Hey,
It was
tell me
no
what-
bueno. It was
Dave-
no bueno.
Here's
Cause see, I was a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Not after this
Not
movie.
this.
don't
Yeah.
watch that.
This was not
Don't
it.
watch
Wow.
Don't
This
watch
was
it.
not it.
Okay, watch
on.
it, but don't expect much.
Dragon Ball
No,
Z
just don't
Evolution
watch
was
it.
like Street Fighter the movie.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yo, it's
Thank you.
crazy.
Thank you.
It's crazy because Dragon Ball Z, you'll have an hour episode
Of
and
just
like,
talking. Just talking.
nothing happens.
But
Just
hold
talking.
on.
Like, yo,
I need to clarify
I
something.
want, what's his name? I want Broly to come and tear some stuff up, but
But I need to
he's
clarify.
still coming.
We need
We're
to
on the way.
We need to
We're
clarify.
talking about
one thing. We need to clarify one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
This Dragon Ball Z movie. The only thing we put in comparison Street Fighter to this Dragon Ball Z movie. Street Fighter beats that Dragon Ball Z movie out because they at least got the characters. They at
Correct.
least got the characters. Dragon Ball Z was so horrible. If you watch Dragon Ball Z Evolution and you went to a Dragon Ball Z fan and told them what happened in it as if it was really relevant, they would look at you and go, "You've
So-
never seen it, have you?"
Dragon Ball Z, and Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
That's what I was just about to get to.
They are here.
Chris,
They are here.
Chris,
They
That-
are
the
here.
live version? The live
Yes, the live
Yes.
one. The live
That
one.
thing
The
was
show.
terrible.
The show was. The show was
So
fantastic.
this one who I'm talking to. Did anybody ever watch Dragon Ball?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah,
You
we
go
all,
watch
we
that
all know
movie.
that it takes an hour. to
Dragon
get to the
Ball
fight.
Z,
You're
Dragon
right.
Ball GT.
Yeah. We acknowledge
Yo,
everything
Mo,
you're
you'd be
saying.
so disappointed, bro. Like,
Yeah, don't watch it.
Wow.
it's not like
Yeah.
it's a build. We're not even talking about a build-up disappointment. We're talking about just just a regular product.
Disappointment
we'll
from
watch
start to finish.
In this
Why don't we
movie,
watch it?
is
Why don't we
is
watch it?
Yeah, let's
is
do
Gohan
that.
alive?
Nah, Gohan's not
No.
like it.
We gonna get a special episode of The Corner, and we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna review it, and then in the midst of that, I want to hear.
So that corner episode.
Then we're gonna erase the episode because it's so bad of a conversation.
So that
Tune
corner
in. Let's tune in
episode.
to hear.
But listen, hold on. That corner episode needs to be like a Japanese situation, old school movie type stuff going on.
Do it again, Cooley.
Y'all know that's a Japanese joint.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
The people
the
need
two
you.
fingers.
The people need you. The people need you right now.
That's how black people are represented in them joints. Yeah. The huge
Two
peace
fingers.
sign.
And it'd be like a celebration for that peace sign. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to the mall with the peace
Hey,
sign.
hey, Chris. All you have to know, you don't even have to watch the movies to know that Avatar: The Last Airbender and Dragon Ball. Here's all you have to know. They're all white. All of the characters,
Yes, pretty much.
no matter what, are all
Pretty much,
white.
they're all white.
Outlaws.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's a Indian guy. That's it.
Is
They-
Brody
they-
American? Is Brody American? Brody ain't even American, right? In Dragon
I'm
Ball.
telling you.
So
it's
nobody,
literally whitewashed the
nobody's
whole
white in
cast.
Dragon Ball Z. Nobody.
It's kind of like Ghost in the Shell when it was wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Scarlett. That was ScarJo though. I'll take Scarlett.
Yeah. I'll take Scarlett
You know
Joe.
what she did okay.
I like
But
how
Dragon
no
Ball-
one's mad at
See,
that. No one's mad at
those are the newer movies. We need to go back now.
No, what we're
Yeah.
talking about is remakes. Like when you're translating.
Okay, so Ghost in the Shell was a remake.
Yeah, so it was
It was
an anime.
Ghost in the Shell, right?
Yeah.
The anime was on fire, dog.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Especially with the music. Woo!
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
But like, this is the thing about it though.
Yes, Rise.
People try. Like Transformers, a lot of people hate on that. The first movie. I'm talking about the first one. But for me, anybody with the gall to even attempt to make a Transformers movie is dope in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
he actually took cars apart and measured what they would look like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he actually nerded up and really thought about how big they would be. And Bumblebee, it can't be a bug because bugs, it turns into a whack robot. That's literally what he did. He actually took a bug apart and see if he can make one, a Volkswagen Beetle. Anyone who doesn't know what I'm saying when I say bug.
Yes, the bug, yeah.
But yeah, like so like there are people who are nerds like us who understand that I'm gonna try the hardest I can. But the Transformers, it was whack, but it was cool though that somebody
it was cool
tried the best that they could. Yeah.
But see, the thing about like Transformers was it had good action. At least you got to see it. Like, you got to see Transformers like in real life. You're like, okay, this is what it would look like. Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's like, what did they do? They there was like 3 fight scenes the whole movie.
The one
it was horrible.
The one that sold it for me was the visual effects. That these guys took like, what was it, 7 steps and did all this motion for like a puddle of water.
So check this out.
Threw
dog.
a piece of cheese at somebody. That was what.
So check this out, dog. Check this out. So when me and Mo go wax floors or whatever, we wax floors. You know, we put down these high-powered fans to dry the floor. And when they made Avatar: The Last Airbender, they called me and Mo out there for the fans so that we could recreate the airbending. You know what I'm saying? We got a little check for it. But then, you know, they called us out there for the fans so we could set the fans up and he could stand there and recreate the airbending. They threw some dust in the fan. He's an airbender.
How far back were y'all? How far back were y'all?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Maybe it wasn't enough.
This was one of the worst decisions made by a director ever. How lame is it? For anyone who watches the show, everyone knows that the firebending nation can create their own fire. They literally had to have a fire beside them to use their powers. How are they supposed to conquer all the rest of these nations? And they had to bring their own fire source with them? Like, that's...
Let's just talk about how they changed the name of the main character.
You mean Ung?
All right, so let's get back to the movies now. Hold on now. I had a couple movies.
Here we go.
Okay.
What you got?
At first, because the way you posed the question, I was thinking about books.
Okay.
And it's like, I didn't read many books in school. Like, I read textbooks, that was it. But then, you know, so talking about like movies and stuff, like, okay, wait a minute now. I got 3 major movies in my life, right? Let me get them all out, and then y'all can dissect them and kill them or whatever.
I'm a mute.
Number 1, Big Trouble in Little China.
That way.
Kurt Russell. Hold on now. Hold on. A lot of magic in that, and I didn't know because, you know, whatever. But now, take the magic out and then do that. And it was like cheap and cheesy magic too. Like he threw a, and then you see him running out of.
Anybody want to drop that Easter egg though from Big Trouble in Little China? Anybody? Raiden from Mortal Kombat is from that movie. That movie was out before Mortal Kombat came out, and it was the Raiden character was
that dude. He had the hat and he had the electric. And there's something
after that invented character. That's Easter egg. Everybody.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so Big Trouble in Little China, and then the second one was Bruce Leroy's Last Dragon. You are the last dragon that possess the power of the globe.
Sing the song again. Sing the song again.
Yes, I
Start
want
from the
that
top.
again,
Start from the
please.
top.
He had
Do the
to
hand motion. Do the hand motion again.
You possess the power of the globe.
Doesn't help that you got a glow.
Yo, dude was
That
wet
was
for
so
80%
entertaining.
of the movie. He was wet for 80% of the
He said, "Get some more water."
Yeah.
Pour it on him. Pour it on him now. Pour it on him.
He said,
now.
"Stop, back it up. You messed up a line. Get some more
All right.
water."
So what's number 3, Mo? What's number 3?
All right, the last one again, because so I was born in truth, raised in truth. I was an 80s baby. I was an 80s baby, okay? And so the magic is, back then, Christian parents would let their kids watch Disney stuff. They didn't know no better. Anyway, so the last movie is Never-Ending Story.
The Never-Ending Story. With the flying dog. With the flying dog. With the
I seen
flying
that
dog.
joint. I seen that joint for the first time this year, and I was
Wow.
like, "Whoa!"
The wolf at the end always scared me so much. That used to scare me.
Oh, man.
It did.
I seen that a billion
terrible.
times when I was a kid. Never-Ending Story. That was my joint.
Yo, and it's crazy because now I can understand. Yo, don't let the nothing get you. Yo, fight through it. You can make it.
He's motivated.
You can get through it. Yo, you can accomplish. You can achieve it. You can destroy it. Don't let nothing get you.
Just do it.
Your dream.
Go through.
All right, so one of those 3 movies, I wholeheartedly would like to see made again, and,
I better know what it is.
and that's The Last Dragon.
Last Dragon.
That's The
Stay
Last
with
Dragon.
us.
But who in today's acting world can play Bruce Leroy?
Michael B. Jordan.
Wow.
Michael J. White, Black Dynamite.
There you go.
He not.
That's the older version of Michael B. Jordan, or
guess
Michael
so.
B. Older version of
I
Michael
don't
J.
know. Yeah, he too.
Okay, so here's the thing: we
Michael
don't really
is
know
too
too many
old.
martial artists. We don't really know too many martial artist actors right now.
Yeah.
And the thing about Last Dragon was it was whack, but the dude knew some sort of martial art. So that's what sold us. It was like, all right, the movie is terrible, but at least this dude's serious about the craft. I don't know too many, Last Dragon dudes.
The music
But-
too. The music too, yo.
Nah, the music was okay. So that was a Barry
You got
Gordy
that
project.
glow.
That was the dude who owned Motown at the time. So all those terrible songs were sung by his son. Barry Gordy's son sang The Last Dragon and all that. So you got that glow, all that stuff. I can't even remember his name. But I got one more movie I want to say. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Redo Ferris
Yes.
Bueller's Day
Yes.
Off.
Bueller.
That's a good one.
Come
That's
on,
a good
man.
one.
Bueller. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that joint.
that would be
Shout outs to-
crazy, bro.
Shout outs to AMA.
Yeah, but we know
Man.
who we know Show Enough is Samuel L. Jackson, hands down.
He's too old though. He's too old for that.
Don't matter. You think Samuel L. Jackson, he'll play a 13-year-old
Designer
for the right money.
Show enough.
For the right money. Designer looks like Show Enough, but we don't know if he could actually conjugate a verb, so he might,
He might not even be able to say conjugate. So
Know what I'm saying?
He's
You
out.
feel me?
He's out. Yeah.
So
He barely
Sam,
knows like
I
actual
see-
words.
I see Sam Jackson with the loud.
I'm here presence.
Who's the master? Bruce Lee? What?
Yo, he's 73
I see
right now.
that.
72.
Wow, wow.
Hey, he was
Yeah.
a Jedi though. He'll be all right.
Yep.
Special effect.
He was a Jedi. He was the slowest moving Jedi too. I'ma just
Wait a minute. Hold on. So we gonna act like the fish guy in the background was moving quicker. Your shirt's blinked out when you hold it up.
It's a trap.
Oh, that's the Baby Yoda joint. Baby
That's
Yoda.
that baby. That Mandalorian though. We gonna sidebar real quick. That Mandalorian. Think about getting one of those helmets.
Yoda's origin story. I really thought that Mandalorian was Yoda's origin story, but that's how much.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Nah.
Cooley, don't say anything.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying
I
not
know,
to.
I'm not.
Cooley wanted to destroy him
I'm
just
dying
then.
inside, I'm dying.
You guys are gonna have to mute your mics while me and Mo talk about it.
Hey,
Think about Baby Yoda.
Nah, you threw us off. For all those who don't know what we're talking about, by the way, join our Patreon and watch episodes 1 through 52, and you will know what we're speaking about. Patreon.net.com.
NFL.
NFL UENT.
So my man Cooley is like,
UENT.
So Mo saw Luke Skywalker in that last episode, and he was like, "Wait, I thought he was."
He traveled in time, didn't he? He traveled in time.
So check this out. Right? I just watched it. I just saw something online today. Remember when Moff Gideon?
Who?
Okay, Giancarlo
The
Esposito.
bad guy, black dude. The bad guy, black
Giancarlo Esposito. He was in the last episode. He was the bad guy on the bridge.
Okay.
He was looking shook when he saw the ship come in, right? And it listed what Luke did. Luke blew up 2 Death Stars. Luke walked in to the Emperor and Darth Vader and walked out with Darth Vader's dying body. And that's the Luke that Moff Gideon knew. So yeah, he's like, yo, and he's the last Jedi that they know of. Like Ahsoka's like halfway, whatever. But like Luke is the last Jedi that the Empire knew of. So Moff Gideon, when he saw it was Luke, he was super shook. Because only a Jedi could beat those, whatever they're called, death dudes, death troopers,
yeah.
Death troopers.
Yeah.
He definitely was a G the way he almost tried to shoot baby Yoda.
Yo. Real quick.
Let me take him off.
That I know from the old school movie you talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this happened in the old school movie, and literally what you saw in that episode happened right after that.
The old school black movies that we know of.
Oh, we're talking about something. Okay.
Moff Gideon. Yeah, that's him. That's the dude we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad Luke got his moment, because Darth Vader got his moment in Rogue One, and then Luke got his moment.
What's that moment called, buddy? The hallway scene?
The hallway scene.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Somebody else got a hallway scene. Who else got a hallway scene?
Look at you. Oh, my mind was just
Who else got a hallway scene? Do you remember when Shorty let Maul go?
Oh, yeah.
When Ahsoka freed Maul? That was considered a hallway scene. When he was crushing people at the door and stuff. Yeah, so those 3 guys are the ones that got hallway scenes.
And 2 of them was related.
And Boba Fett got his outdoor hallway scene. Where he just
boy.
With the knee rocket though, the knee rocket. Come on, man.
His club, that was legendary.
I love the fact that he was able to sit on the throne. Spoilers for those that haven't seen.
We don't care if you ain't seen it.
Oh yeah, my bad. If you haven't seen it at this point, like, what are you doing? But
what are you doing? But yeah, that Mandalorian, I'm probably gonna get that helmet. So during the episode of one of the episodes of the court, I'm gonna show up with it. What's up, DJ Slim? Just be looking around.
That's hilarious. Talking to yourself in like 7th person.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm looking for Slim. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't he say that?
What's up, DJ Slim? Who said that?
Every time AMA say something, I look over like this. You can tell I'm looking at him.
He's really turning into Eminem. He's got the Eminem wardrobe talking about.
That's hilarious.
Picking signs for more wicked rhymes. Look at mine. Okay, I don't know any of Eminem's lyrics. All right, so
careful. Don't go any further on that song.
All these emotions run the. All right, so
all right.
Go ahead and take a break. DJ Slim gonna spin us something. we're gonna get into this last topic.
Get him, Slim.
Get him, Doug.
I got him.
A fresh, cool young Lou, trying to cash his microphone check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees, what if you brung you? Did you improve on the design, did you do something new? Where your name in on the guest list, who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through. And the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then the hitman, standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like Shadow in the Veil, I battle with it well. Though I need a holiday like Lady Who Sung Blue. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, the devil on me 2 tons too.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah.
Big money, big Billy. When I'm riding in the market, you hear me. I be slicing with these bars so you hear me. Let me rip it up.
We back.
Good stuff, man.
DJ Slim, appreciate that mix,
Yo.
man.
Appreciate it.
Ladies love Cool J.
Lord of mercy.
Hey man, I tell you what, bro. I haven't heard a LL Cool J song spun in a minute.
Listen to this, just in case my car goes off the highway or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day. I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't like you. Millions of us.
Who was playing that song?
That was Mo.
Was that Mo?
That was Mo.
Yo, I thought you were playing that song.
That's you.
Too many buttons.
Playing.
A lot of buttons. On the keyboard, there's a lot of buttons.
So it's crazy.
It's like all types of buttons.
Not on this one. Not on this one.
I wanted to ask y'all about. Right? I had a song I wanted to ask y'all about, and I pulled it up here because the song that DJ Slim played got me thinking about this. I never heard this song before.
Yo, what was the name of the first song you played? Rock and Roll Gangsta or something?
Yeah.
Yo,
by who?
That
joint was
Is
nuts.
it Alon?
Rock and roll, man.
Alon?
Yep.
It wasn't old school. It was somebody that did something kind of
No. This is old school. This is old school.
That was old school.
By Alon, ELAN?
No, it's a double ALON.
Okay.
I remember the first time I heard that
joint was hot.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard it too, Chris.
I think we know where we both heard that song. We'll talk about that in the bonus episode. We'll talk about that in the bonus episode.
Did you say the Burnus episode?
I did. And no one asked you to hear it and bring it.
Rock and roll gangsta.
We're looking for host replacements. If anyone wants to email.
It's crazy you don't have the authority to do that.
And
the next topic.
Now,
as young men, we all had somebody that we looked up to. You know, might have been an actor or superhero or a musician, someone whose persona that we idolized and wanted to emulate as kids. And now that we're adults, we might have a different opinion of this individual, or we might have the same opinion of the individual. So, gentlemen, who were some of your childhood heroes, and how do you feel about them now? Floor is open.
I would say Meteor Man is a big hero to me. Blank Man.
The theme here. I see a common theme.
I see.
Is that Kung Fu Master in the background?
That's Vigilante. When he dies, it goes, ugh, and he falls off. It's like real old school. Meteor Man was incredible to me. He really helped me to dress up, especially going to the hall, like with a cape. You know what I'm saying? I matched my shoes with my cape. And any aspiring kids need to go ahead and watch Meteor Man and get that same inspiration.
You didn't have many privileges when you were younger, huh?
I just became a minister, and I'm 90.
By the way, congratulations.
Just stop wearing the cape last year.
Nah, I still wear one. It's attached to the back of the turtleneck. Nice. I tucked it. It's tucked.
Showing up like James Brown to the meeting.
Exactly. They called me Brother Brown for a while. Yeah.
They don't have to put the cape on.
They put the cape on him before he gives talk.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can't go anymore. I can't go anymore.
Afterwards. I hit him with the high five and they put the cape on top of me. Bow. Yeah. All right.
Well,
W, son.
For sure.
Well, I got I got two answers, of course. I have the jokeful answer that we're going to lead with, and then we got the serious one. So, one of my I don't know if hero is the word, but one of my I tend to like a lot of his music, and of course Chris is about to start losing his mind. put a counter on the video.
I'm okay.
5, 4, 3. You already see him adjusting his glasses. Anyway, one of my favorite, we'll say, artists was Usher, and like I said, he did a lot of work. I liked a lot of his music, everything like that. Bought a couple albums, and as the years kind of progressed, there was a bit of
that woman who she said gave herpes. Was that for you?
Stop it, Mo. I feel what you're doing. I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah.
I don't like these words.
For a symbolic understanding, have you ever been sitting on the bus and you realized that it was your stop? What's the first thing you did? You reached up and grabbed that little string and hit that little bing. Yeah, to kind of, as soon as I heard the herpes or whatever, I was like, let me go on and get that. Let me go on and get that.
Get off this bus.
Let's get off this. This isn't good. Herpes?
Oh my goodness.
We're not gonna do this.
Oh my goodness.
You're not gonna make me look bad.
Man, I'm never gonna not have to edit this show. Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody else? What's the second? What's the second? You gonna keep saying it? What's the second one?
Stop it. All right. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, it's time for the charismatic Billy Campbell to step in. So I'll say, well, honestly, it's funny that we're making mention of this because my mother last weekend, we just celebrated her retirement, and so she's always been my hero, my rock. She's, like I said, I'm so proud of her. I tried to mold some of my life to kind of imitate her. She was an accountant. I went into the business field. I didn't become an accountant, but something that kind of mirrored that. But yeah, my mom, that hasn't changed over the years. She's leaving retirement to go into the full-time ministry. So, like I said, that's my hero. She's still my hero. And I appreciate Jehovah blessing me with her. And I love you, Mom. And hats off to Sister Scott.
Shout out to Sister Scott. And this is from your favorite son, Chris. I love you too.
Her favorite son has a different name. I don't know if you.
His name is Chris.
That's not my nickname. That's not my nickname.
It's okay.
You know I love you.
Let's go and give a round of applause.
You're the queen of my heart.
Yo, that applause track was clean in the mud.
Thank you.
Came right on out with that thing.
Yes. You had that ready. You had that ready to go.
In the clip. Yeah, man. Shout out to the real life heroes, man. Shout out to Sister Scott. Outstanding sister. Anybody else? Any heroes?
I'll do the opposite. I'll go real and then fake. Real, my parents. Both of them are super caring and always have given everything they have to everyone else. Multiple people have stayed with us. They've reached out to help anyone who ever asked them for help. So I think they've always been a good example for me for spiritual things, but really too, just like putting it in action and getting to see that with how they deal with other people is really inspiring. So there's my real. I used to like Alex Rodriguez as a kid, and then all of that kind of like just over time, first it was steroids, then I found out for the first time, I was like, oh, he's actually just kind of just not a good guy.
Fantastic.
So there's
well, since everybody's being serious, I might as well be serious too. Honestly, heartfelt. Like I really look up to Meteor Man and Blank Man. They were very inspirational.
And Wayne, what's his name?
Keenan Ivory.
Keenan Ivory, huh?
Yeah, when the dude said, "Yo, bring your goofy behind back across the street," like that really meant a lot to me.
Why isn't Pootie in this mix though?
There's only room for two. There's only room for two.
Okay. Shout out to
the rule of two.
All right. Get serious. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get serious, but that's who I look up to.
Gotcha.
So I guess I'm the last one. That's it. Nobody else.
I mean, I could go, but I mean,
okay, go ahead.
So bad. So I had a different type of childhood. So growing up, I always wanted to be Snoop, but you know, I am both short and fat, so that is not an attainable goal. So
like Snoopy the dog or Snoop
no,
Dogg
like Snoop
Dogg?
Doggy
No,
Dog.
Snoop
It's
Doggy
two different
Dogg.
Snoops. Yeah.
As a kid, I probably shouldn't have heard none of Snoop's music. Probably shouldn't have seen none of his videos. But that is who I idolized.
From the LBC.
From the L when there was so much drama in the LBC.
No.
From
It's
building
kind of
halls.
hard to be Snoop.
Yeah, Snoopy.
He was building halls.
O-double-G.
Coming from the guy
Snoop
that
built
watched
malls?
Mortal Kombat.
And that and what's crazy is like, so now that I'm an adult, yes, I chose to speed right past that. Now that I'm an adult,
I didn't catch it though. I want to catch it because Cooley is cracking up.
it's a cool joke. That's only funny to him.
To the LBC, I said RBC. It's just funny.
so he was like, Snoop's building halls.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I asked him about the Mortal Kombat, but there was no reply.
But the older like I get, like Snoop is like a rich version of that dude in the hood that's like 50 years old and still wear throwback jerseys. Like Snoop just refuses to grow up. You know, he's in his 50s, you know, hair's braided, still cripping. You know, it's like, but you're rich and famous. And why are you? So it's just, you know, of course my feelings about Snoop are a lot different.
Well, you changed and he hasn't, so that's what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? You've evolved and he hasn't.
Essentially. But on a real note, my hero growing up was my older brother. We were in a divided household, an abusive household. My father being the unbeliever, being the abusive person in the household, and my brother was just always he's always a great example of what a man was, and he really just looked at the examples of the elders in the hall, because we had a trash example at the house, and so, you know, I really appreciate my older brother for being more of a father than a brother to me when I was growing up. And I look forward to being able to talk to him again. But, you know, let's go ahead over to Brother Shoemate.
You're going to kill my whole vibe, man. Like, I don't understand.
How does it feel?
D'Angelo.
Slim.
I was thinking more Michael Jackson. How does it feel? How does it feel? Melodious.
Not Strangers in Moscow. That man hit you with a Michael Jackson beat cut.
Energy. To match Brother Thurman's energy, I'm going to go with the reel off the back of his reel. Okay? And my reel, and when I was singing about this, I couldn't get past it. I literally, my brain couldn't get past my father, because I looked up to my father. I looked up to my father as the provider for our home, as the individual who I need to imitate, as the king of his castle. And as I got older, I understood that he was not a spiritual man. And when I understood when I was understanding that he was not a spiritual man, I had to kind of debate that. Okay, and then when I was debating it, I went left and did some old kind of crazy stuff, and I still looked up to my father as a strong man. Okay, and then when I became a spiritual man, I said, "Oh, he was not a spiritual man. He was just a provider." So I knew what a strong provider was for a home, but not a strong spiritual man. And that was my individual who I looked up to. I still do. He's passed. He's gone. He's been gone for quite some time now, but I still appreciate all those things he's given me and instilled in me as an adult. I remember when me and Crystal were married, newly married, and I took her and Layla and Kevin. We went to Universal Studios, Disney World, whatever. And I remember calling my father and thanking him because that was our yearly or bi-yearly trip to Florida to go to some sort of resort and go by the pool and go to one of those, parks every year. And, that was major. That's a lot of money, number one. There's a lot of stress, pain, turmoil, and it was 4 of us.
And that's on vacation, by the way.
Vacation, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I called my father when I took Crystal and with Layla and Kevin. When we took them to Florida, I called my father and I sat there and like a baby boy. I was his baby's boy. And I cried to him and I said, "Thank you for doing what you did because I'm barely getting past for what I'm doing now. It's crazy." But looking back on it now, I idolized him, and now I'm thankful he died in this system. He paid his price, and from Jehovah's Promise, I'm gonna see him in the new world. Hopefully, he grasped fully. He was baptized, never made the truth his own.
That's deep, man.
Never made truth his own.
That's deep.
When I told him I was going to get baptized, he asked me, "You don't want to travel the world and see different women?" But,
that's really deep, man, and that's incredible. I didn't even know a lot of that.
Me neither.
But being that we're really like getting like serious about it, like I had to say, the way that Meteor Man really
thank y'all for joining us today on The Corner. We really appreciate everybody coming out. If you'd like to check out any of our podcasts or videos or music, stop by the Influent Patreon. That's patreon.com/NFLUENT.
NFL.
Everybody's fired. Good night. If y'all want to catch the remainder of this episode, we'll be on the bonus episode, keeping the conversation going. Take care, people. Good evening.